I really don't want to be too philosophical, but I mean, come on, you get what you pay for, and it's free here. But I have to sit back and I have to look overall at the different things that went down and what I felt about them, and you know, why am I the guy always sitting in the parking lot waiting for you to be able to get away? I mean, yeah, you don't plan and you don't, but when you want something, you can plan it. I mean, you made sure you found a way Thanksgiving weekend, and you promised one thing and delivered on another, and it's like I wanted to believe all that stuff. You know, I believe you wanted to go to Vegas, but do I really believe that you didn't kind of have that whole thing mapped out? Or when did you? It'd be in the timeline there. And I mean, really, when you ask your sister if she'd watch the kids, I mean, wouldn't she have told you then? But now that, I don't know. The whole, sometimes, and when I dated married women, they could use that family stuff that I could never check on or prove or whatever, because I wasn't ever going to be a part of that family to where I could ever find out that they might have been stretching the truth a bit, or been maybe out of dozens of uses, once or twice might have just been an excuse not to face something, or, not being accusatory, but just kind of playing the odds like a good blackjack hand would. You just play them odds. And then you take, or you stand on what your gut tells you. And unfortunately, sweetheart, as much as my gut wants to fight for you and take a bullet in front of you, I do that. But I mean, let's face it, you can't even bring me to your house as a random friend. And that's, by the way, where I rank, is just above randoms in priority for you. Your words. That was a tough one to take. But you were honest about it, and I kind of pinned you down to where you had to say something, and it was acceptable. Anyhow, I think sometimes you dodge what you really don't want to face. And you really don't want to face your true love for me. Now, why, I don't know. But it's either you have to talk yourself out of something that you truly think would be great for you, or you just know you can never see that. Now, can you achieve that? Those are questions I could never answer, and if I asked you, could I really trust your response and your answer? Because do you even really know? I mean, there's an old saying, shit or get off the pot. Sometimes it gets to be that, especially if you want to talk about commitments to one another. I take my commitments seriously, always have in my life, and that's why I can tell you that I am committed to be your friend no matter what, whenever you need it. And even if you come clean and say, yeah, I was in a I was caught up in this, and it was the holidays, and just by chance, and whatever has changed, whatever caused that disturbance in the force, I think is still there somehow. Hence the feeling that, you took vacation to be out there with your family or with him. I mean, it can be both. But what extended it? Him. Really, the day you couldn't answer, and I was kind of worried. I mean, and her friend, you were supposed to be on the road, and it was like, oh no, I forgot my phone. We went out shopping at noon, before noon, and this was 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. I forgot my phone, left it on my grandma's, and we shopped for 9 or 10 hours. I mean, sure, maybe that truly happened, or part of it happened, or whatever the case may be. It just felt far-fetched. And, even as far as the you probably don't believe it, but I would have never went looking, but the 2 payments he made to you, don't know how much they were. I know there was one at 3:30 and one at 4 o'clock, because it was just on my thing right above where I had sent you money. And it showed that you got money from somebody else. And it showed who that somebody else was. Didn't show how much, just showed a pizza slice. It was 3:30 and 4 o'clock. Maybe you were sitting there eating with him and you needed to pay for it, or I don't know. Nothing. And maybe he wasn't there. Maybe you hadn't seen him. But when you were asked about it, you really went general and tried to walk your way out of that one. Could I be daddy and help his little girl get to where she needs to go? Give her face in the public, in her profession, back her, support her, give her the confidence every day to go out there and be that badass that she is. Yeah, love to be that for her. I can be that for her as her friend. Be the guy that, calls and makes sure she's up every morning. Gives her that positive affirmation about facing the day, putting on her face, and being Daniela for the day. But it's when she takes all that makeup off and lays down that she truly could use a daddy tuck-in. Now, what does that entail? In the beginning, it's just a psychological, hey. But in reality, yeah, watching her tire and talk her to sleep, as I've done more than once, and she smiles and giggles and loves the feeling of it. And then just as she's about to fall off that second or third time in that smile and giggle, and I touch your nose and say, boop, you are tucked in. Now, will I ever be able to do that in real life? Hell, who knows? Do you even want that in real life? Can you even imagine that in real life from somebody, I don't know, that wants nothing but true happiness for you, okay? If you don't want that, then be my friend and be honest to me. And if you're that, you never know. I might help you get your first credit card. I might show you a way to borrow from yourself and pay yourself back. And if you do it good for a year, you can reap the benefits of that. I'd do that as a friend. But is it really fair for me to go out and buy all of the extra stuff that you need and you want for a cat? I mean, that's what I felt like you brought me down to lunch for. You pretty much asked me if I'd buy the cat the last time I talked to you. And I was very vague and pretty much didn't say, you didn't say what you wanted from me until you needed something. And you're even standing there, and once again, I didn't understand why I couldn't flirt with you in there, and it's because it makes your face red, and you admit that that feels good. But hey, don't do anything in here that'll make me feel good. Really? Okay. I'm not understanding that. I'm not understanding that side of you. What am I gonna pull out of this? Is Daniela afraid that one of the residents is going to be next aisle over and a man is flirting with her? Okay. Discretion is utmost. And then when I make it very apparent, it's like I'm not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to just, yes, go ahead and get out of the car, come around and open the door. Because I like to do that, because I was trained to do that. But, if you tell me it's good, come on over, get in the car, and let's go. I ain't got no problem with that. But I mean, your friend, even as your friend, I'm going to open your door. But am I going to get out and go all the way around? Not always. I'll pull up as close as I can to you and you jump in. Am I there to show you off and, be that walk behind you and get that occasional flash or whatnot? That's all in your world, your mind, what you want. And I let you have all of it. I let you be who you want to be. But I got to tell you, it really is kind of mixing sometimes. Hard to keep up with. Especially for somebody that's wanting to be so open, honest, real, and transparent for you. But, come on. I'm in love with a stripper, so I got to expect some stripper qualities to come through. I just wished we could sit down and talk about this stuff. I'm going to be very discreet. I have to be with you. So I have to be very careful what I say sometimes. And I've been told that. Be careful what you say next. And that had to do with burning Jerry Rice jerseys. And, there might just be a chance I do a video of me burning Jerry Rice's video. But anyhow, I don't know, maybe not, because actually that'd be worth some money later on. But all I'm trying to find from you is what you want on the inside. Or check all the lotto tickets. And that was an interesting event, to say the least. You weren't cold-shouldered, but you wanted it to be something to do with the scrapbook of it all. And that's why you didn't want to throw away the tickets that are worthless and no good anymore. But hell, you get enough of them, you can staple them to a board, and I don't know, yeah, whatever you want to do with them. But anyhow, you left them in my car, in the door, when you don't know what to do with them. Same place you leave your trash. Anyhow, the difference between us is that you've got a complete, busy life that you run. I get it. I did it for so many years. It's a lot easier for me now because I basically have uneventful, dull everything. I kind of pick and choose what I do, what I don't do. I haven't been going and getting in trouble in a long time, except when it was with you, and that, I mean, come on, honey. There's nothing that we could classify as, too far out there. Oh yeah, you did pee outside the car one night. I had opened both doors, turned my back to you, and blocked the only way anybody could ever see in a parking lot late at night. Instead of letting me just turn around and watch you. I think that would have been funner. But anyhow. Oh, and then another night down in Lawrence, just a week so. And yeah, out back of a gas station. And then when I had to, it was like, no, you can't do that. It's like, come on, you're over there peeing. Why can't I pee? Sweetheart, we have some of the greatest, funniest, if we'd just sit and talk about them once in a while. But we don't do that. And I know that it seems like every time we get together, it's all serious. I get it. That's why maybe I should go back to my dull life and leave you with your busy one.